think it was just this one. Premiere Pro, we'll grab video. I'm just gonna lay it on top here because I'm just gonna grab a screenshot of it. We're just gonna use a clipping mask from the Photoshop. Call this one T, face removed. Save this as a PNG. There's the screenshot of it. Open it with Photoshop. We're gonna take my handy dandy heal tool, shortcut key J. I'm just blotting the nostril. We're going to quick export as a PNG and call this real move. Now we're gonna open up our After Effects and I'm gonna drop in real moved. What we want is this removed face. There. First we're gonna do the tracking. Zoom into this face. Track motion. I'm gonna give you this little box find, the best place to track. In order to do that, I'm gonna zoom back out and play this through so I can see what the most visible point is. I guess the nostril, and you can bump this around using your arrow keys. This analyzes forward. Oh, look at that. It did such a good job. Twirl down to your motion tracker so that you can see the point that you started, which is here. And now we're going to analyze back using this arrow. We kind of lose it right there. Delete the rest of these tracker points. To get a null object to attach these points to, Control-Alt-Shift-Y. Call that null layer face tracked. And edit target for your motion tracking to face track. Okay, apply, X and Y, okay. And now we're going to actually put the face on here. So zoom out, do a clipping mask, grab my little pen tool here. I don't want to have any distinguishing features in the clipping mask itself. Get the feathering going a little bit. I'll roll forward until I find the point that this really lines up. It's kind of there. I'm gonna drop it down just a hair. To do that, I'm gonna click that, and we're gonna do position. Move it till it fits. I'm going to parent it by clicking this pickwick and dragging it to a face track. Now if we play it, you can see that it kind of moves with it. To get this to not appear anymore, because obviously we're going to have to do something different for this point. Alt close bracket, make this rest of this line go away. Zoom out here so I can see what I'm doing. Oh yeah. Call that part good. So this is where things are going to get a little trippy. For this part, I'm actually going to paint the face. So I'm going to duplicate this layer. Control D. That duplicates it. I'm going to call this one painted face. Let's roll our timeline through. There's the first point that you can actually kind of start to make out the face. Delete the lips and nose. Control B for brush tool. Whoa, it's a big brush. Make that brush a little smaller. I'm gonna pick this up. That's our eyedropper tool. So you're gonna make sure that the duration is set to single frame. Select a color from a portion around the area I'm trying to delete. And then I just kind of blot it out. And I'm gonna do the same thing for the lips and then blot this out. I'm gonna grab the wall color and then paint over the lips just a little bit. So roll forward a frame and we're just gonna keep doing that. Whenever you're doing this trick, you can only do so much area with any selected color because color changes a lot. After I get the face into position, you'll see how the lighting actually changes the color of the face too, and you do have to adjust for that. Grab a color, wipe. Lower the opacity to make it look a little blurrier. Meh. Paint the face a little bit more, and then we'll turn the opacity on this a little bit more gradually so it's not just there. Go back into our paint. Ugh, faces without eyebrows. Alright, so let's go back into main composition. There it'll be full opacity, so turn on your little stopwatch. Go to the beginning of that clip all the way down to 0, and now let's play that out. Alright, so I think I should hide some more of that. So we'll go to where I don't have to hide any more of it, like right there. Should be the last frame. Go back to your layer, and we're gonna hide all of this crap. So let's bump the opacity back up to 70. Grab the color, whip, and roll back. Okay, composition. You can see that it gets really dark there, so let's go to where it matches. I'd say it matches there. Go to effects, color correction, and exposure. Turn on your stopwatch there. So notice that it gets really bright. I'm looking at the neck. And so there, what we're gonna do is we're gonna turn up the exposure on the face. Scroll down your master so you can see these actual keyframes. I want it to be like grayish. I think if I do the gamma correction, set a point there for your gamma, go back to this one and turn up the gamma. Let's just make it full opacity for the whole thing right now, just so I can see what's going on. It's just a little high in the exposure. It doesn't need to be that bright. That looks way more natural. And we'll set our clipping mask correctly. So turn your path on, grab your points that you want to kind of move. See, because you can kind of see the hairline shadow there, and you don't really want to see that. I'm gonna scoot this in so you don't see the side of the face. And it's still a little bright there, so effects, exposure, master, and turn down the exposure. Boost the gamma, make it a little whiter so it's not quite as red. We can turn back down our opacity at the beginning, and 0.
What's your name?
That's how we made the face disappear in this video. Laugh box, L-A-F-H box.
Fresh out of the box and ready to take on the world. Hi, I'm Malibu Barbie. What's your name?
So creepy. No facial features.